Hi Shogi fans, we've got another video on rapid attack against fourth file rook defense. In previous videos, we've learned Yamada's Jouseki, but Yamada's Jouseki is more of a basic theory of rapid attack. So what we're going to learn from today is Saginomiya's Jouseki, which is a more advanced theory of rapid attack against fourth file rook defense. Now, from this basic position, you've already know what we're going to see today is this pawn to 5d. Now after this pawn push, we've learned that this move, bishop to 9g, is one option in Yamada's Jouseki and edge bishop attack. But as I've said in other videos, it doesn't always turn out to be a good situation for black. It will end up in difficult situations in most cases. So instead of this edge bishop attack, after pawn to 5d, we can try to go into Saginomiya's Jouseki. And to do that, you're going to move this gold on 6i to 6h upward. Now the meaning of this move is basically to wait for your opponent to make another move. Well, it also reinforces this castle a bit, but this move itself has good points and bad points. The good point is sometimes this structure is stronger than normal boat castle when it's attacked from this way by your opponent's rook or dragon, but the down point is when your opponent dropped a knight to say here, attacking this pawn, the threat becomes stronger, because if he can take this pawn, it's going to be a powerful fort, right? So it has a good point and bad point, but basically what black is doing here is he waits for white to make another move. So then what should white do? Well, the most natural move that is made by white is this. Right, pawn to 6d. Well, from the first position, if white moved to 6 file pawn first, and if black didn't choose to use a black climbed silver and move the gold here, and if white moved this pawn to 5d, it's gonna be this exactly same position anyway. But let's say white pushed the 5th file pawn first. So here, now black will play the key move of Saginomiya's attack, and that is this rook. Rook to 3h. This is the move that characterizes Saginomiya's attack. In Saginomiya's attack, you try to attack on the 3rd file, not only by the silver, but also with the rook. And here, the natural move made by white is this 0 to 4c. Well, this move has basically 3 meanings. One is that this silver defends this pawn on 3rd file, which is going to be attacked by black, right? And also, he makes a room for the rook to move here, 3b, trying also to protect the 3rd file. And lastly, which makes this silver move sound pretty logical, is that the silver doesn't have to protect the bishop anymore. Well, because you see, when the rook was in the 2nd file, white should keep his silver there, because when white offers a bishop trade, he has to be able to take it with the silver, trying to protect the 2nd file, right? However, after the rook moved to 3h, now he doesn't have to protect the 2nd file, so he doesn't have to protect the bishop by the silver. And well, if he offers a bishop trade, he can take it with the knight, right? So basically, these are the meanings of this silver move to 4c. And now, what I would like you to do here is to remember this position carefully. Now the moves white made from the basic position of silver on the left to 5g rapid attack, he made these 3 moves: pawn push, and silver advances. This is the combination of 3 moves, right? And when the position is in this combination, this is where Saginomiya's attack shows its highest performance. So I'm going to demonstrate how Saginomiya's attack works by showing a basic line of this Jouseki. Alright, so now let's see how black should open a battle here. I mean, he has to open a battle now, because if white moves his rook to 3b, in his next move, there's nothing that black can do to break this third file anymore. So he has to start the attack here, and that move is this, of course, pawn to 3e. White takes it, and you're not gonna just take it with the rook. It doesn't do any good, so yes, you advance the silver to 4f, just like what you did in Blake climbing silver. Now, if white moved his rook to 3b, trying to defend the third file, well, this move is too late, because the silver can simply take this pawn, and if white tries to make a bishop trade here, taking with the rook doesn't look so good. Or maybe a bishop drop, I don't know. And taking with the knight, maybe then black can go for the second file again. And this discovered attack doesn't work. Black can just defend the silver by taking the knight. And instead of offering a bishop trade, white can also try bishop to 1e, trying to attack the rook's head. But in this case, black can calmly push this pawn, and if white drops a pawn, you can just take it with the silver. You're gonna lose the silver here, but you can take the bishop, and you're fine. So if we go back a little, at this position, rook to 3b here is not a good defense. So the only thing white can do here is, yes, push this pawn to 4e, offering a bishop trade here. Black will accept it. Knight takes, and this knight is defending this pawn, so black can only take the 3e pawn. He's threatening to drop a pawn to 3d in the next move, so white makes a powerful attack. Knight to 2e, trying to attack the rook's head again. And well, silver to 3d is not good. White can block the rook by pawn drop, and if knight takes it, you lose the silver. You can make this discovered attack, but silver can simply take it, and it's not a good position for black. And when white dropped the pawn, well, black can take the silver here, but white can just simply take this rook, and it's good for white. So at this position, silver to 3d is not good, of course. So the correct move here is to drop a pawn to 3d, a really powerful dangling pawn. And the Jouseki move for white here is rook to 3b, protecting the 3c square. Well, protecting there with dropping a pawn is a too passive move. Well, then black can simply move his rook back to the second file, attacking the knight. Well, white can make an interesting defense, pawn to 2d. Black will take it, but see, white can take this pawn and protect the knight again. But black can simply drop a pawn to here, and the silver cannot run, so white will drop another one to 2c, and here black has a really cool move. Now try to find it. Well, simply taking the silver is not good because white can take 1, 2, simultaneously protecting the knight. So the correct move for black here is not taking the silver. Well, it's this. Silver sack to 3c. Really cool. Well, it's attacking the rook, so white will have to take it, but then black can take this silver and threatening to promote that pawn at the same time. And his attack on the knight remains. So it's obviously good for black here. So, protecting the third file by dropping a pawn here to 3b is not good. So the Jouseki goes rook to 3b. And what should black do here? Well, simply dropping a bishop to here, for instance, attacking the lance, and also threatening to promote the pawn in the next move. It's not really good because white can take this pawn. See, he sacrifices his silver first, but then he can drop a pawn to here, blocking the rook. After rook runs, he can take the silver, and well, black can take the knight. White can push this pawn, attacking the rook, Rook swings to 4e, but this pawn can promote, and it's definitely good for white. So this bishop drop to 8h is not good. Well, the Jouseki move here is this. Bishop drop to 3c, blocking the rook, and simultaneously threatens to make powerful horse. And if the rook takes it, this pawn promotion is really powerful. And look at this, the silver is dead. The silver can't run to 5d. This is important. This is why I asked you to memorize white's pawn structure. Alright, so white can't take with the rook. So Jouseki move is this. Bishop drop to 2g, a powerful counterattack, and rook will run to 2h, attacking the bishop. The bishop can promote to 3f, creating a really strong horse on a nice square. Now black will have to pull his silver back to 2f. And here white moves his lance on 1a to 1b, running away from the bishop's attack. And it seems black can take the knight here, but actually it's a trap. White can just recapture it by the horse. After black takes it, white can take this pawn by the silver, making a double attack on the rook and the bishop. Maybe black can only promote this bishop to here, and white will take the rook. And after horse takes it, rook will promote. Well, how about dropping a knight here, making a fork? Rook will promote, black will take it, and well, let's say white took it. Well, it looks like this horse taking the silver on 2e is a pretty good move. It's attacking the gold at the same time, but well, this dragon move to 2i is attacking the horse and is a threat mate. So it's white's game here. So after lance to 1b, black can't take the knight on 2e. So here Jouseki move is this. Bishop promotes to 1e, threatening to take the knight this time. Now one interesting move here made by white is this pawn to 2d. And if black takes it, well, it's kind of a trap. Now I can drop a pawn on the second file, so you can drop it here, and you see black's gonna lose this silver, right? Well, he can move it to here, attacking the horse, and after horse takes the silver, black can promote the pawn, and it looks not so bad for black, but actually white is better in this position. Maybe a good way is to just calmly pull his rook to 3a. Oh, this silver drop on 4i seems also interesting, but let's say rook to 3a, and you see you can't take this, right? Black's gonna lose the rook, so maybe black can drop a pawn, rook to 2a, attacking the horse. Promoted pawn takes the silver, rook takes the horse, promoted pawn takes the gold, gold recaptures, rook promotes, attacking the rook, but I don't know, maybe bishop drop to 5a, white is fine, and white is winning here. So actually black can take the pawn on 2d here, but actually black has a good move here. He can just simply promote this pawn here, making a sacrifice, and well, don't take the 2d pawn here, even if it's attacking the rook. Once again, white can drop a pawn, and he can calmly draw back the rook, maybe pawn drop, but rook 2b, horse 1e, protect the silver, but really white is fine here. So after you made the pawn promotion sack to 3c, the Jouseki move is this. Here you can simply take the knight by the silver. Well, you see, because this pawn is pinned, so if white takes with a horse, Now the rook can take the horse, and black is better. So we're gonna go back, and here pawn to 2d doesn't work. So after bishop to 1e promote, the Jouseki move is this: 0 to 3d, taking the pawn and protecting the knight at the same time. But here once again black can just simply take the knight by the silver, and after silver takes it, knight drop to 4d, a powerful fork. If the silver runs to 1d, attacking the horse, maybe horse to 1f, black is good here. If he drops a silver to block, well, why not just take it and take the rook. So anyway, black is better here, and instead of dropping the knight here, you can think of simply taking the silver by the horse. But well, maybe this is not really good. If I can try dropping the silver to here, black can only take the horse here, but he'll lose the rook here. And also, how about dropping the silver to here? This is an interesting move. Well, if black simply takes it, he's gonna lose this horse, and black's in trouble. He doesn't have a chance to recapture it. He's gonna lose the silver and let white promote, although material balance is not bad for black. Well, if black takes the horse, it's gonna be the same position as we've seen, and but I think black has a really good counterattack. It's horse sack to 5b. Well, white can't take it. He's gonna lose the silver, or black can just simply promote, right? Horse to 1d, but maybe white's not good. So when black took the horse, white will take the rook, but maybe horse to 4c, rook 3e. Well, white is not so bad. Maybe horse taking the golden 5b is not a good idea. So now that's all for the basic lesson of Saginomiya's Jouseki, but the lines I've shown here are really complicated, so let me just go over the main line again here. After pawn to 5d, black moves his gold to 6h, waiting for white to make another move. So pawn to 6d, and now rook to 3h, a key move of Saginomiya's attack, and silver to 4c, a logical move trying to protect the third file. Now pawn to 3e, and then silver advances. White offers a bishop trade, black accepts it, and silver advances to 3e, but knight to 2e, trying to attack the rook's head, and pawn drop to 3d, rook protects there, and bishop drop to 3c, blocking the rook and attacking the lance. So bishop drop to 2g, rook runs to 2h, white makes a horse on 3f, silver goes back to 2f, lance to 1b. Well, white can't allow black to take the lance here, because you see, this kind of lance drop will be a powerful threat afterwards. Alright, anyway, bishop promotes to 1e, silver takes 3d, but black takes the knight and drops it to here, and it's good for black. Alright, that's all for this lesson, and see you next time. Goodbye, everyone.